Welcome, beautiful soul. I'm Dr. Bruce Lipton, and tonight something extraordinary is about to happen within you. You've arrived here at this sacred hour, perhaps with tired eyes, but with a heart that still believes in miracles. You've tried so many things, haven't you? You've worked hard, you've hoped, you've even prayed for financial abundance to flow into your life. Yet here you are, in the quiet sanctuary of your evening, ready to discover what you may have been missing all along. This is not another motivational speech about positive thinking. This is something far more profound. This is about the science of transformation that happens when your conscious mind finally steps aside and allows your subconscious, that infinite, powerful creative force within you, to be reprogrammed by the very fabric of the universe itself. You see, your subconscious mind never sleeps. While your analytical, doubting, fearful conscious mind drifts into rest, your subconscious remains wide awake, listening, absorbing, creating. It's during these precious hours before and during sleep that your neural pathways become most malleable, most receptive to new programming. It's as if the universe has designed this perfect window of opportunity for transformation. Think about this for a moment. Every night, you have the chance to literally rewire your relationship with abundance. Every evening as you prepare for sleep, you're entering a laboratory of consciousness where the impossible becomes possible, where limiting beliefs can be dissolved, and where new realities can be born. Your subconscious mind is like fertile soil, and the thoughts, feelings, and vibrations you plant just before sleep are the seeds that will grow into your tomorrow's reality. But here's what most people don't understand. Your subconscious doesn't just respond to your thoughts. It responds to the frequency of the universe itself, to the quantum field of infinite possibilities that surrounds and permeates every cell of your being. Tonight, we're going to work together to align your deepest mind with the universe's abundance frequency. We're going to help your subconscious remember what it has temporarily forgotten, that you are not separate from the source of all wealth, all prosperity, all abundance. You are an expression of that source, and therefore abundance is not something you need to chase or struggle for. It's something you are designed to receive, naturally and effortlessly. Your body already knows how to breathe without your conscious effort. Your heart knows how to beat. Your cells know how to regenerate. In the same way, your subconscious knows how to attract abundance when it's properly aligned with the universal flow of prosperity. Tonight, we're going to remove the interference patterns, those limiting beliefs, those ancestral fears, those childhood programs that have been blocking your natural ability to receive wealth. As you settle into this sacred space, I want you to feel the weight of this moment. You're not just lying in bed listening to words. You're participating in an ancient ritual of transformation, a communion between your individual consciousness and the infinite intelligence of the universe. Every great spiritual tradition has understood this truth, that in the silence of the night, in the stillness before sleep, miracles are born. Your financial struggles, your money worries, your fears about security, these are not permanent fixtures of your reality. They are simply programs running in your subconscious, and programs can be changed. Tonight, we begin that sacred work of reprogramming. Tonight, your subconscious begins to remember its original instructions: to thrive, to prosper, to receive the abundance that is your divine birthright. Let yourself feel the profound truth of this moment. You have not arrived here by accident. Your soul has guided you to this exact point in time because it knows that you're ready to release what no longer serves you, ready to open to what has been waiting for you, ready to let the universe itself become your partner in creating wealth and abundance. As we journey together through this sacred hour, remember that transformation happens not through force or effort, but through allowing, through receiving, through opening to the possibility that the universe has been trying to give you abundance all along, and that the only thing that's been in the way is the programming in your subconscious mind that told you that you weren't worthy, weren't ready, or that abundance was somehow dangerous or wrong. Tonight, we change all of that. Tonight, your subconscious begins to vibrate in harmony with the frequency of wealth, prosperity, and infinite abundance. Tonight, you begin to remember who you really are. A beloved child of the universe designed to thrive, created to prosper, born to receive all the good that life has to offer. Deep within the trillions of cells that make up your physical body lies a memory so ancient, so profound, that it predates your birth, your childhood programming, even your genetic lineage. It's the cellular memory of abundance, the remembrance that every cell in your body carries of what it means to be part of an infinitely abundant universe. Each cell in your body is a miracle of abundance. Consider this: your cells have access to exactly what they need, exactly when they need it. They don't hoard oxygen out of fear that there won't be enough. They don't compete with neighboring cells for nutrients. They exist in a state of perfect trust, knowing that the body's intelligence will provide everything necessary for their thriving. This is the original blueprint of abundance consciousness that exists within your very flesh and bones. But somewhere along the way, your conscious mind learned to operate from scarcity. Perhaps it was when you heard your parents arguing about money. Maybe it was when you experienced your first financial disappointment, or when society taught you that there wasn't enough to go around. These experiences created interference patterns in your energy field, causing you to forget the abundance consciousness that your cells have never lost. Your cellular memory holds the frequency of what it felt like before you learned to doubt your worthiness of wealth, before you learned to fear money, to believe that spiritual people shouldn't desire abundance, or that wanting financial freedom somehow made you greedy or selfish. Your cells remember a time when abundance was as natural as breathing, as automatic as your heartbeat. Tonight, we're going to help your conscious mind reconnect with this cellular wisdom. We're going to dissolve the barriers between what your mind has learned to fear and what your body has always known to be true. That you are designed for abundance, created for prosperity, built for wealth. As you breathe in this moment, imagine that each breath is carrying healing frequencies directly to your cells. With every inhalation, you're not just taking in oxygen, you're breathing in the remembrance of your abundant nature. Your cells are beginning to vibrate with recognition. They're remembering what they've never truly forgotten, that you belong in the flow of universal abundance. This cellular memory of abundance is not just metaphorical. Scientific research has shown us that our cells respond to our beliefs, our emotions, and our energetic state. When you hold beliefs of scarcity, your cells literally contract. Their ability to receive nutrients, to eliminate toxins, to communicate with other cells becomes compromised. But when you align with abundance consciousness, your cells expand. They become more receptive, more vibrant, more alive. Your cellular memory knows that the universe is not a place of limitation, but of infinite expansion. It knows that energy cannot be created or destroyed, only transformed. It knows that you are not separate from the source of all wealth, but are an expression of that very source. Every cell in your body carries this truth, even when your mind has forgotten it. Tonight, as your conscious mind prepares to rest, your cells are awakening to their original programming. They're remembering that abundance is not something you earn through struggle, but something you receive through alignment. They're recalling the frequency of wealth, the vibration of prosperity, the energetic signature of financial freedom. Feel this happening now. Feel your cells beginning to pulse with new life, new possibility, new receptivity to wealth. It's as if your entire body is tuning itself to the frequency of abundance, like a radio finding the perfect station after being filled with static for so long. Your cellular memory is being activated not just by these words, but by the intention you brought to this moment. Your cells respond to intention. They respond to love. They respond to the sincere desire to heal and transform. And right now, they're responding to your willingness to remember what abundance feels like at the deepest, most fundamental level of your being. This cellular awakening will continue while you sleep. Your cells will spend the night reorganizing themselves around this new frequency of abundance. They'll release old patterns of contraction and embrace new patterns of receptivity. They'll let go of scarcity programming and embody prosperity consciousness. When you wake tomorrow morning, your cells will be vibrating differently. They'll be holding a new memory, not just of lack and limitation, but of infinite possibility and abundant flow. This cellular transformation is the foundation upon which all outer manifestation of wealth is built. For true abundance must first be established at the cellular level before it can express itself in your external world. Trust this process. Your cells are far wiser than your worried mind. They know how to transform, how to heal, how to align with abundance. Tonight, let them do their sacred work of remembering. Let them carry you back to the truth of who you are, a being whose very cellular structure is designed for wealth, programmed for prosperity, and destined for abundance. Beyond the physical realm that your eyes can see, beyond the material world that your hands can touch, exists an invisible field of pure potential that quantum physicists call the quantum field. This field is not empty space. It's alive with infinite possibilities, pregnant with every potential reality, including the reality where you are abundantly wealthy. In this quantum field, there exists a version of you that has already mastered the art of receiving wealth. There's a version of you that wakes up each morning in financial freedom, that makes decisions from abundance rather than fear, that attracts money as naturally as flowers attract bees. This version of you isn't in some distant future. It exists right now, in this eternal moment in the quantum field of infinite possibilities. The quantum field responds to consciousness. It responds to your beliefs, your emotions, your vibrations, your intentions. When quantum physicists conduct experiments, they've discovered that the mere act of observation changes the behavior of subatomic particles. The observer affects the observed. Your consciousness is not separate from the field. You are both participating in it and creating it simultaneously. This means that your financial reality is not fixed. It's not determined by your past, your circumstances, your education, or your background. Your financial reality is being created moment by the frequency you're broadcasting into the quantum field. And the most powerful broadcasts happen when your conscious mind is quiet and your subconscious is open, exactly the state you're moving into right now as you prepare for sleep. The quantum field doesn't judge your desires for wealth as spiritual or unspiritual, worthy or unworthy. The field is neutral. It simply responds to the coherence and clarity of your vibrational transmission. When you align your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs in harmony around abundance, you create what scientists call coherence, a powerful, focused signal that the quantum field must respond to. Tonight, as your analytical mind begins to rest, you're entering into deeper communication with this field of infinite possibilities. Your subconscious mind speaks the language of the quantum field fluently. It understands that linear time is an illusion, that all possibilities exist simultaneously, and that you can literally step into a new timeline of abundance by shifting your internal state. Imagine the quantum field as an infinite ocean of potential wealth, and you are both a drop in that ocean and the entire ocean itself. You're not separate from abundance. You're swimming in it, breathing it, made of it. The feeling of financial lack is simply what happens when you temporarily forget this truth, when you identify with the drop and forget that you are also the ocean. The quantum field is responsive to gratitude, to love, to joy, to the feeling of already having what you desire. When you can feel wealthy before the money appears in your bank account, when you can feel abundant before the opportunities manifest, when you can feel prosperous in this very moment regardless of your current circumstances, that's when you're broadcasting the frequency that the quantum field recognizes as a match for wealth. Your subconscious mind is a quantum transmitter. While you sleep, it's constantly sending signals into the field, attracting experiences that match its deepest programming. For years, it may have been broadcasting frequencies of worry, fear, and scarcity, calling forth experiences that matched those vibrations. But tonight, we're changing the channel. Tonight, your subconscious begins to broadcast abundance, prosperity, and wealth. The beautiful truth about the quantum field is that it doesn't care how long you've been poor. It doesn't care how many times you failed financially. It doesn't care about your credit score, your bank balance, or your financial history. The quantum field only cares about your vibrational state right now. And right now, you're choosing to align with abundance. As you sink deeper into relaxation, feel yourself connecting with this field of infinite possibilities. Feel yourself as a conscious participant in the cosmic dance of creation. You're not a victim of circumstances. You're a co-creator with the universe itself. You're not at the mercy of economic conditions. You're a sovereign being with the power to access abundance from the quantum field, regardless of external conditions. This field contains the blueprint for every financial miracle, every unexpected windfall, every perfect opportunity that's waiting to unfold in your life. Your job is not to figure out how abundance will come to you. Your job is to align your internal state with the frequency of wealth and trust that the quantum field will orchestrate the how in ways that exceed your imagination. Tonight, as you surrender to sleep, you're surrendering to the infinite intelligence of the quantum field. You're allowing it to rearrange the particles of possibility around you. You're permitting it to align circumstances, opportunities, and resources in perfect service to your financial abundance. Trust this process. The quantum field has been waiting for your permission to shower you with wealth. Deep within your subconscious mind, woven into the very fabric of your beliefs about money and worth, are threads of what we call poverty consciousness. These are not just your own limiting beliefs. They're inherited patterns, ancestral fears, collective wounds around money that have been passed down through generations like invisible chains binding you to financial limitation. Your great-grandmother who lived through the Great Depression. Your grandfather who believed that money was the root of all evil. Your parents who fought about finances and taught you that talking about money was shameful or dangerous. All of these experiences created energetic imprints that your subconscious absorbed, creating a complex web of beliefs that told you wealth was either impossible, immoral, or unsafe. But poverty consciousness goes even deeper than family patterns. It's woven into the fabric of many religious teachings that glorified suffering and demonized wealth. It's embedded in cultural stories that told you that good people are poor and wealthy people are selfish. It's reinforced by social conditioning that taught you to feel guilty for wanting financial abundance while others have less. These beliefs created what I call interference patterns in your energy field, static that blocks the clear reception of abundance from the universe. It's like trying to tune into a radio station while there's electromagnetic interference. The abundance frequency is always broadcasting, but the poverty consciousness creates noise that makes it difficult to receive clearly. Tonight, we begin the sacred work of dissolving these interference patterns, not through force or struggle, but through the gentle power of conscious awareness and intentional release. Your subconscious mind has been waiting for permission to let go of these inherited limitations. It has been waiting for you to say, "These beliefs do not serve me. These fears are not mine to carry. This programming does not reflect my truth." As you breathe deeply now, imagine that each exhale is releasing generations of financial fear. With every out-breath, you're exhaling the belief that you must struggle for money. You're releasing the idea that wealth corrupts the soul. You're letting go of the fear that having money makes you a bad person. You're dissolving the programming that told you that spiritual people must be poor. Feel these old beliefs leaving your body like smoke dissipating in the wind. They have no power over you unless you continue to energize them with your attention and emotion. Tonight, you withdraw your energy from these limiting patterns and redirect it toward beliefs that serve your highest good. In the space where poverty consciousness once lived, new beliefs are taking root. Beliefs that honor both your spiritual nature and your right to material abundance. Beliefs that recognize wealth as a tool for good, money as energy that can be used for healing and service, financial freedom as a platform for expressing your highest gifts to the world. Your subconscious is beginning to understand that you can be both spiritual and wealthy, both heart-centered and financially abundant, both loving and prosperous. These are not contradictions. They are the natural state of a soul that has remembered its divine worth and its right to receive all of life's blessings. The dissolution of poverty consciousness is not just a mental process. It's happening at the cellular level, in your energy field, in the quantum structure of your being. Every cell in your body is releasing the frequency of lack and beginning to vibrate with the frequency of abundance. Your energy field is clearing itself of the dense, contractive vibrations of financial fear and opening to the light, expansive vibrations of prosperity. This clearing process will continue while you sleep. Your subconscious will spend the night identifying and releasing every belief, every fear, every inherited pattern that has kept you from your financial birthright. It will gently dissolve the energetic contracts you unconsciously made with poverty and create new agreements with abundance. You may dream of water tonight, rivers flowing freely, oceans vast and deep, rain nourishing the earth. These are symbols of the old being washed away and the new being born. You may dream of light, bright, warm, golden light dissolving shadows and illuminating new paths. This is your consciousness transforming, your frequency shifting, your reality preparing to change. Trust this process of dissolution. You are not losing anything of value. You are only releasing what has kept you small, afraid, and limited. In the space where poverty consciousness once lived, abundance consciousness is taking root. Where fear once reigned, trust is being established. Where limitation once felt permanent, infinite possibility is being recognized. Tomorrow morning, you will wake with a lighter heart, a clearer mind, and a deeper trust in your right to receive wealth. The invisible chains of financial limitation are dissolving in the alchemy of your awakening consciousness. You are being set free, free to prosper, free to thrive, free to receive all the abundance that the universe has been waiting to give you. Every human being broadcasts an energetic signature, a unique frequency that communicates to the universe who you believe yourself to be and what you believe yourself worthy of receiving. This signature is not visible to the naked eye, but it's as real and as influential as your fingerprint. It precedes you into every room, every opportunity, every financial interaction. It's the silent ambassador that goes before you, attracting experiences that match its frequency. For years, your energetic signature may have been broadcasting lack, limitation, and unworthiness. Not because you consciously chose this frequency, but because your subconscious was programmed with beliefs that created this particular vibration. When your energetic signature broadcasts scarcity, you unconsciously attract experiences of financial struggle, missed opportunities, and blocked abundance. But tonight, something profound is shifting. Tonight, your energetic signature is being recalibrated to the frequency of wealth. This is not about pretending to be wealthy or putting on a mask of abundance. This is about accessing the authentic frequency of prosperity that already exists within your soul. The signature you carried before the world taught you to doubt your worth. The energetic signature of wealth is not arrogance or entitlement. It's not the desperate energy of wanting or the anxious energy of striving. The true signature of wealth is peaceful confidence, relaxed expectancy, and deep inner knowing that you are supported by the universe. It's the frequency of someone who trusts that their needs will be met, that opportunities will appear, that abundance flows naturally through their life. This signature carries a quality of magnetic receptivity. Just as wealthy people seem to attract opportunities effortlessly, not because they're lucky, but because their energetic signature broadcasts receptivity to abundance. They expect good things to happen, so good things are drawn to them. They feel worthy of receiving, so the universe finds ways to give to them. As you rest here now, feel your energetic signature beginning to transform. It's as if your entire energy field is being retuned, like a musician tuning their instrument to perfect pitch. Every chakra, every meridian, every cell in your body is coming into alignment with the frequency of wealth. This transformation happens naturally when you release the resistance patterns that have been distorting your signature. When you let go of the belief that you don't deserve wealth, your signature automatically begins to broadcast worthiness. When you release the fear that money will corrupt you, your signature begins to radiate the frequency of money being used for good. When you dissolve the worry that there's not enough to go around, your signature begins to transmit abundance consciousness. Your new energetic signature carries several distinct qualities. First, there's a deep sense of inner security, not because you have money in the bank, but because you know that you are eternally connected to the source of all supply. Second, there's a quality of generous receptivity. You're open to receiving abundance while also being ready to share and circulate wealth when it comes to you. Third, there's an unshakable confidence in your value. You know that you have unique gifts to offer the world, and that you deserve to be compensated abundantly for sharing those gifts. This signature also carries what I call quantum magnetism, the ability to attract opportunities, resources, and connections that seem to appear out of nowhere. When your energetic signature is aligned with wealth, you become a magnet for financial synchronicities. The right person calls at the right time. The perfect opportunity appears just when you need it. Money comes to you through unexpected channels and surprising sources. People can feel your energetic signature even when you don't speak. They sense whether you believe in yourself, whether you feel worthy of success, whether you expect good things to happen. When your signature broadcasts wealth consciousness, people want to do business with you, invest in you, and support your success. They're drawn to your energy because it feels abundant, confident, and trustworthy. Tonight, as your conscious mind prepares to rest, your subconscious is working to fully embody this new signature. It's not just thinking wealthy thoughts, it's becoming wealthy vibration. Every thought pattern, every emotional response, every cellular memory is being reorganized around this new frequency of abundance. This transformation will continue while you sleep. Your energy field will spend the night integrating this new signature, making it as natural and automatic as your heartbeat. When you wake tomorrow morning, you won't have to try to feel wealthy. You will simply be broadcasting wealth consciousness as your natural state. Trust this recalibration process. Your energetic signature is your most powerful tool for manifesting abundance. When it's aligned with wealth, opportunities appear, resources flow, and abundance becomes not something you chase, but something that chases you. You're not becoming someone different. You're returning to who you've always been beneath the layers of limiting programming. A being whose natural signature is one of infinite worth and boundless prosperity. There is a profound scientific reason why the hours before and during sleep are the most powerful time for transforming your relationship with money. When your conscious mind finally quiets and your brain waves shift from the busy beta state to the receptive alpha and theta states, something extraordinary happens. Your subconscious mind becomes like wet cement, ready to be imprinted with new patterns, new beliefs, and new possibilities. During your waking hours, your conscious mind acts like a vigilant gatekeeper, analyzing, judging, and filtering every piece of information that tries to enter your subconscious. It's constantly comparing new ideas to your existing beliefs, often rejecting anything that doesn't match your current programming. This is why positive affirmations can feel forced or false when you're fully awake. Your conscious mind knows they don't match your current financial reality. But as you transition into sleep, this gatekeeper begins to relax its grip. Your brain waves slow down, your analytical mind steps aside, and your subconscious becomes directly accessible. In this state, new programming can bypass the resistance of your conscious mind and plant itself directly into the fertile soil of your deeper awareness. Neuroscience has shown us that during sleep, your brain literally rewires itself. Neural pathways that were used repeatedly during the day become strengthened, while unused pathways are pruned away. This neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to reorganize itself, is most active during sleep. Tonight, as you focus on wealth consciousness before drifting off, you're directing your brain to strengthen neural pathways associated with abundance, while weakening pathways associated with financial fear and limitation. The theta brainwave state that you enter just before sleep is the same state that hypnotherapists use to implant new suggestions, that shamans enter during healing ceremonies, and that meditation masters access during deep spiritual practice. In theta, the boundaries between conscious and subconscious dissolve, and transformation happens with miraculous ease. Your subconscious mind doesn't distinguish between what's real and what's vividly imagined. When you visualize yourself living abundantly just before sleep, your subconscious accepts these images as reality and begins to reorganize your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors to match this new reality. It's like updating the software of your consciousness while your computer is in sleep mode. During REM sleep, your brain processes and integrates the day's experiences, but it also rehearses future possibilities. When you fall asleep with images of abundance in your mind, your brain spends the night rehearsing scenarios of financial success, literally practicing being wealthy at the neural level. You wake up having spent hours in mental rehearsal of prosperity, and this neurological practice translates into new behaviors and opportunities in your waking life. The hormones released during sleep also play a crucial role in this transformation. As your stress hormones drop and your healing hormones increase, your body becomes more receptive to positive change. Your nervous system shifts from the sympathetic state of fight or flight to the parasympathetic state of rest and digest, creating the perfect physiological environment for transformation. Your subconscious operates like a vast computer, running programs 24 hours a day that determine your automatic responses, your habitual behaviors, and your unconscious choices around money. During sleep, you have access to the programming level of this computer. You can literally rewrite the code that's been running your financial life. The repetition that happens during the 8 hours of sleep is incredibly powerful. While your conscious mind rests, your subconscious can repeat new wealth programming thousands of times, creating neural pathways that become stronger with each repetition. By morning, beliefs about abundance that felt foreign when you went to sleep can feel natural and familiar when you wake up. This nocturnal reprogramming doesn't just change your thoughts, it changes your entire energy field. As your subconscious integrates new beliefs about your worth and your right to receive abundance, your bioelectromagnetic field literally shifts to a new frequency. You begin to broadcast a different signal to the quantum field, attracting different experiences and opportunities. The science is clear. Your brain is most malleable, most receptive, and most creative during the transition into and during sleep. This is when limiting beliefs can be dissolved most easily, and new empowering beliefs can be installed most effectively. This is when the transformation from scarcity consciousness to abundance consciousness happens not through force or effort, but through the natural intelligence of your sleeping mind. Tonight, trust this process. Your brain knows how to rewire itself for abundance. Your subconscious knows how to integrate new programming. Your entire nervous system knows how to shift from patterns of lack to patterns of prosperity. All you need to do is provide the direction through your intention, and then allow the miraculous process of nocturnal reprogramming to transform your relationship with wealth while you sleep. Within the spiral strands of your DNA lies more than just your genetic heritage. There exists what we might call your wealth DNA, dormant codes of abundance that have been waiting for the right frequency to activate them. This is not science fiction. It's the cutting edge of epigenetics, the study of how environmental factors and consciousness itself can influence which genes are expressed and which remain silent. Your ancestors carried within them the frequency of abundance. Generations ago, before modern conditioning separated spirituality from prosperity, before religious teachings made poverty a virtue, before society taught us that money was evil, your lineage held the codes for natural abundance, for living in harmony with the flow of universal prosperity. These codes didn't disappear. They simply went dormant, waiting for someone in your lineage to remember, to reactivate, to switch them back on. Tonight, you are that someone. Tonight, your consciousness is reaching into the very core of your cellular structure and flipping the switches that will reactivate your wealth DNA. Dr. Bruce Lipton's research has shown us that genes are like switches that can be turned on or off by environmental signals. And one of the most powerful environmental signals is your beliefs, your emotions, your vibrational state. When you shift your consciousness to abundance, when you genuinely feel worthy of wealth, when you align with prosperity at the cellular level, you literally send new signals to your DNA. Your wealth DNA contains the codes for natural magnetism to resources, for intuitive timing in financial decisions, for the ability to see opportunities that others miss, for attracting the right people and circumstances that support your financial success. It holds the blueprint for living in the flow of abundance, rather than swimming against the current of scarcity. As you breathe deeply now, imagine that each breath is carrying activating frequencies directly to your DNA. See golden light spiraling through the double helix of every cell, awakening dormant codes, switching on genetic potentials that have been sleeping for perhaps generations. Feel your cells beginning to remember their original instructions for abundance, prosperity, and wealth. This activation process is happening at the quantum level, in the space between the particles that make up your atoms, in the field of consciousness that organizes matter itself. Your intention to activate abundance is sending quantum signals throughout your entire biological system, informing every cell that it's time to remember how to thrive, how to prosper, how to attract wealth. Your wealth DNA doesn't just influence your financial life. It affects every aspect of how you show up in the world. When these codes are active, you naturally carry yourself with confidence. You speak with authority about your value. You make decisions from abundance rather than fear. You recognize opportunities that align with your prosperity, rather than settling for less than you deserve. The activation of your wealth DNA also awakens what ancient traditions called your spiritual gifts, your unique talents, abilities, and offerings that the world needs and is willing to pay handsomely to receive. Your DNA holds the codes not just for generic wealth, but for abundance that flows through the expression of your authentic self, your soul's purpose, your highest contribution to humanity. Feel this happening now. Feel ancient memories stirring in your cells. Remember the merchant ancestors who traded with confidence across continents. Remember the healers who were honored and compensated abundantly for their gifts. Remember the leaders who used wealth as a tool for creating positive change in the world. These memories live in your DNA, and they're awakening now. Your financial DNA is also connected to your intuitive abilities, your capacity to sense which opportunities will flourish and which will drain your energy. When your wealth codes are active, you develop what successful people call golden instincts, the ability to know when to invest, when to wait, when to take risks, and when to play it safe. This DNA activation is not a one-time event. It's an ongoing process that deepens the more you align with abundance consciousness. Each night that you fall asleep in a state of wealth alignment, you're sending stronger activation signals to your genetic codes. Each morning that you wake up feeling worthy of prosperity, you're reinforcing the expression of your abundant DNA. The beautiful truth is that activating your wealth DNA doesn't just benefit you. It benefits your children, your grandchildren, and future generations. Epigenetic research shows us that the genetic expressions we activate in our lifetime can be passed on to our descendants. By activating your wealth DNA, you're healing your ancestral line and setting up future generations for natural abundance. Tonight, as you prepare for sleep, feel the profound significance of this genetic awakening. You're not just changing your bank account, you're literally evolving your biology to match your spiritual truth. You're switching on the genes that know how to thrive, how to prosper, how to receive abundance as naturally as breathing. Trust this activation process. Your DNA has been waiting for this moment, for your consciousness to give it permission to express its full potential for abundance. Your cells know how to be wealthy. They just needed you to remember and activate that knowing. Tonight, you do exactly that. There is a profound shift that happens when you stop seeing the universe as something separate from yourself and begin to recognize it as your intimate partner in creating wealth. This is not about begging a distant deity for money or trying to manipulate cosmic forces to give you what you want. This is about recognizing that you and the universe are engaged in an eternal dance of co-creation, and that dance includes the creation of abundance in your life. The universe is not neutral about your financial well-being. It's not withholding abundance from you as some kind of test or spiritual lesson. The universe is actively conspiring to support your prosperity, because your thriving serves the expansion of consciousness itself. When you prosper, you have more resources to share your gifts, to heal others, to contribute to the elevation of humanity. Your wealth is not separate from the universe's purpose. It is an expression of that purpose. But here's what most people don't understand about this partnership. The universe responds not to your neediness, but to your readiness. It responds not to your desperation, but to your expectation. It responds not to your fear of lack, but to your consciousness of abundance. The universe is always saying yes to you, but it's saying yes to whatever frequency you're consistently broadcasting. When you approach the universe as a partner rather than a parent, everything changes. Partners collaborate. Partners support each other's success. Partners trust each other's wisdom and timing. Partners celebrate each other's victories. This is the relationship the universe wants to have with you around wealth. Not one of supplication, but one of sacred collaboration. Your role in this partnership is to become a clear receiver of abundance, to heal the interference patterns in your consciousness that block the flow of wealth, to align your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs with prosperity, to take inspired action when opportunities appear, to trust the universe's timing even when your human mind wants things to happen faster. The universe's role in this partnership is to orchestrate circumstances, to align opportunities, to bring the right people into your life at the perfect time, to open doors that you couldn't open on your own. to provide resources through channels you never could have imagined. The universe has access to infinite possibilities, infinite resources, infinite ways to deliver abundance to you. This partnership operates through what we call synchronicity, those meaningful coincidences that seem to happen just when you need them most. When you're aligned with abundance consciousness, synchronicities multiply. The person you need to meet appears at the coffee shop. The investment opportunity shows up in your email just when you're ready for it. The solution to your financial challenge comes through an unexpected conversation. But synchronicity isn't luck. It's the natural result of your consciousness being in harmony with the universe's consciousness. When your internal state matches the frequency of abundance, you literally tune into the synchronistic flow where miracles are normal, where support appears effortlessly, where doors open in perfect timing. The universe also speaks to you through your intuition, those gut feelings and sudden knowings that guide you toward financial opportunities and away from financial disasters. When you trust this partnership, you learn to follow your intuitive guidance, even when it doesn't make logical sense to your rational mind. You learn to distinguish between the voice of fear and the voice of wisdom, between anxiety and excitement, between force and flow. Your financial partner, the universe, has infinite patience and infinite resources. It doesn't judge you for past financial mistakes. It doesn't punish you for moments of doubt or fear. It simply waits for you to realign with abundance consciousness, and then immediately begins orchestrating support for your prosperity once again. This partnership requires surrender, but not the surrender of passivity. It requires the surrender of control, while maintaining complete responsibility for your internal state. You surrender trying to figure out exactly how wealth will come to you, while taking full responsibility for becoming the person who can receive and handle abundance wisely. The universe as your financial partner also means that your prosperity serves something larger than just your personal desires. When you align with universal abundance, your wealth becomes a tool for healing, for service, for contributing to the elevation of consciousness on the planet. You become a steward of abundance rather than just a hoarder of resources. Feel this partnership activating now. Feel the universe's intelligence surrounding you, supporting you, preparing to shower you with abundance in ways that serve not just your personal needs, but the highest good of all. You are not alone in creating wealth. You have the most powerful partner imaginable, one that has access to infinite resources and infinite creativity. Tonight, as you prepare for sleep, you're deepening this partnership. You're showing the universe that you're ready to receive its abundance, that you trust its timing, that you're willing to be a good steward of the wealth it wants to share through you. You're opening yourself to a relationship with prosperity that is sacred, sustainable, and aligned with your soul's highest purpose. This partnership will continue to deepen throughout your life. The more you trust it, the more powerful it becomes. The more you align with it, the more miraculous your financial life becomes. You are not just creating wealth. You are participating in the universe's joy of expressing abundance through your unique life, your unique gifts, your unique contribution to the world. Your breath is far more than just the mechanical exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide. Each breath is a sacred communion between your individual consciousness and the infinite field of cosmic intelligence. Tonight, we're going to use the power of conscious breathing to infuse every cell in your body with the frequency of abundance, to oxygenate your prosperity consciousness, to literally breathe wealth into your being. With each inhalation, you're not just taking in air, you're drawing in life force energy, chi, prana, the very substance from which all abundance is created. This life force carries within it the unlimited potential of the universe, including the potential for infinite wealth and prosperity. As you breathe consciously, you're opening every cell to receive this abundant life force. Take a slow, deep breath now, and as you do, imagine that you're breathing in golden light, the light of abundance itself. See this golden light filling your lungs, and then imagine it spreading through your bloodstream, carrying the frequency of wealth to every organ, every tissue, every cell in your body. Your entire being is being infused with abundance consciousness through the simple act of conscious breathing. Your cells have receptors for emotions, for beliefs, for vibrational frequencies. When you breathe with the intention of abundance, You're literally delivering prosperity consciousness directly to your cellular structure. Your cells begin to vibrate at the frequency of wealth, to organize themselves around patterns of abundance, to operate from the assumption that resources are unlimited and flow is natural. As you exhale, imagine that you're releasing all the contracted energy of financial fear and scarcity. See your out-breath carrying away the beliefs that told you money was hard to come by, that you had to struggle for every dollar, that there wasn't enough to go around. Each exhale is a release, a letting go, a clearing of the energetic space for abundance to flow. This breathing process is creating what we call coherence between your heart and your brain. When you breathe slowly and intentionally while focusing on feelings of abundance and gratitude, your heart rhythm becomes coherent, sending harmonious signals to your brain that optimize your mental clarity, your emotional stability, and your intuitive guidance around financial decisions. Feel your breath creating a bridge between your conscious mind and your subconscious mind, between your individual awareness and universal consciousness, between your current financial reality and your abundant future. Each breath is weaving these dimensions together, creating a unified field of prosperity consciousness within your being. Your breath also activates your vagus nerve, the longest cranial nerve that connects your brain to your heart, lungs, and digestive system. When you breathe consciously with the intention of abundance, you're literally changing your nervous system's response to money, shifting from the fight or flight response that creates financial anxiety to the rest and digest response that allows abundance to flow. Imagine that your breath is magnetizing your entire energy field for wealth. With each inhalation, you're becoming more magnetic to opportunities, to resources, to the people and circumstances that will support your financial prosperity. Your breath is literally changing your bioelectromagnetic field, creating an attractive force that draws abundance toward you. As you continue breathing consciously, feel how this simple act is transforming your relationship with receiving. Many people struggle financially because they've forgotten how to receive, how to allow good things to flow to them. But receiving is as natural as breathing. You receive oxygen with every inhalation without having to work for it, earn it, or prove you deserve it. Abundance wants to flow to you with the same natural ease. Your breath is also connecting you to the rhythm of universal abundance. Just as breathing has a natural rhythm of expansion and contraction, giving and receiving, so does the flow of wealth in your life. You're learning to trust this rhythm, to breathe with it rather than against it, to allow the natural ebb and flow of resources without panic or grasping. Feel how your breathing is creating space within you, space for miracles, space for unexpected windfalls, space for opportunities you never could have imagined. As you release old programming with each exhale and invite new possibilities with each inhale, you're literally expanding your capacity to receive abundance. This conscious breathing practice will continue to work while you sleep. Your subconscious will maintain this rhythm of breathing in abundance and breathing out limitation throughout the night. Your cells will spend hours bathed in the frequency of prosperity, reorganizing themselves around this new vibration, preparing your body to be a clear vessel for wealth. When you wake tomorrow morning, take a few conscious breaths and feel how different your body feels, how different your energy feels, how different your sense of possibility feels. Your breath has been your ally in transformation, your partner in reprogramming, your gateway to a new financial reality. Trust your breath. It knows how to oxygenate abundance consciousness. It knows how to create the internal conditions for prosperity. It knows how to bridge the gap between where you are financially and where you're meant to be. Tonight, let your breath carry you into the realm of infinite abundance, where every inhalation is a blessing and every exhalation is a release into greater prosperity. Deep within the core of your being lies a treasury more valuable than all the gold in Fort Knox, more precious than all the jewels in the world's finest collections. This is your inner treasury of worth, the fundamental recognition that you are valuable not because of what you do, what you have, or what you achieve, but simply because you exist. This treasury is the source from which all outer abundance flows. For too long, you may have searched for your worth in external validation, in achievements, in the approval of others, in the size of your bank account. But true abundance begins with the recognition that your worth is intrinsic, unchangeable, and infinite. You are valuable because you are a unique expression of the universe itself, because you carry gifts that no one else possesses, because your very existence adds something irreplaceable to the cosmic symphony. This inner treasury cannot be stolen by economic downturns, cannot be diminished by financial setbacks, cannot be destroyed by past mistakes or future fears. It is the unshakable foundation upon which sustainable wealth is built. When you truly know your worth at this depth, you naturally attract experiences that reflect that knowing back to you. The beliefs about your worth were formed early in life, often before you had the capacity to consciously choose them. Perhaps someone told you that you weren't good enough, smart enough, or valuable enough. Perhaps circumstances led you to conclude that you didn't deserve good things. Perhaps you absorbed messages from a culture that taught you to feel guilty about your desires for abundance. But tonight, you are remembering the truth that was never actually lost, that your worth is not up for debate, not subject to external conditions, not dependent on anyone else's opinion. Your worth is a cosmic fact, as unchangeable as the laws of physics, as reliable as the rising of the sun. As you connect with this inner treasury now, feel the profound relief of no longer having to prove your value to anyone, including yourself. Feel the peace that comes from knowing that your worth is not tied to your performance, your productivity, or your net worth. You are valuable simply because you are a conscious being, capable of love, of growth, of contributing to the healing of the world. This recognition of your inherent worth creates what we call quantum magnetism, an irresistible attractive force that draws abundance toward you. When you truly know your worth, you don't chase money desperately or grasp for opportunities fearfully. Instead, you emanate a confident expectation that good things flow naturally to valuable beings. And since you are undeniably valuable, good things flow naturally to you. Your inner treasury contains not just worth, but wisdom, the accumulated learning of your soul through countless experiences, the deep knowing that has been building within you through every challenge, every triumph, every moment of growth. This wisdom is incredibly valuable, and the world is waiting to compensate you abundantly for sharing it. Within this treasury lies your authentic power, not the false power of domination or manipulation, but the true power of someone who knows their worth and stands confidently in their truth. This power is magnetic. People want to invest in powerful beings, work with powerful beings, support the success of powerful beings. When you embody your authentic power, opportunities seek you out rather than you having to seek them. Your treasury also contains your unique gifts, the special abilities, insights, and talents that you were born to share with the world. These gifts are not random. They are exactly what humanity needs from you. When you honor these gifts and offer them boldly to the world, abundance flows back to you as naturally as water flows downhill. Feel yourself opening this inner treasury now. See golden light radiating from your heart center, illuminating every cell with the frequency of infinite worth. Feel this light dissolving any beliefs about unworthiness, any doubts about your value, any fears about deserving abundance. You are remembering who you truly are, a being of immeasurable worth destined for prosperity. This inner treasury is also the source of your ability to receive. Many people struggle financially not because they can't earn money, but because they can't truly receive it. Deep down, they don't feel worthy of abundance. But as you connect with your true worth, your capacity to receive expands naturally. You become able to accept compliments, to receive gifts graciously, to allow others to support your success. Your worth is not diminished by receiving abundance. It is expressed through it. The universe loves to shower valuable beings with resources because it knows they will use those resources wisely, generously, and in service of something greater than themselves. Your prosperity is not selfish. It is the natural result of the universe recognizing and honoring your infinite worth. Tonight, as you prepare for sleep, rest in the profound peace of knowing your true worth. Let this knowing permeate every cell, every thought, every dream. Let it become so fundamental to your identity that you could never again doubt your right to abundance, your worthiness of wealth, your capacity for prosperity. Tomorrow, you will wake up with this treasury of worth fully activated, radiating through your energy field, attracting experiences that match this new level of self-recognition. You will move through the world as someone who knows their value, and the world will respond by offering you abundant compensation for the priceless gift of your authentic presence. Your thoughts are not just fleeting mental events. They are energetic frequencies that broadcast into the quantum field, creating magnetic attractions that literally pull experiences toward you. When your thoughts about money are scattered, contradictory, or filled with doubt, you create what scientists call incoherent frequencies that produce mixed results in your financial life. But when your thoughts become aligned, focused, and coherent around abundance, you create a powerful magnetic field that irresistibly attracts wealth. Think of your mind as a radio transmitter. When the signal is clear and strong, it reaches its intended destination perfectly. But when there's static, interference, or mixed signals, the transmission becomes weak and distorted. Your thoughts about money work the same way. Coherent, aligned thoughts about abundance create a strong, clear signal that the universe receives and responds to. Conflicted thoughts about money create static that weakens your magnetic pull. Most people unknowingly sabotage their financial abundance by thinking contradictory thoughts about money. They might affirm abundance in the morning, but worry about bills in the afternoon. They might visualize wealth during meditation, but speak about lack during conversations with friends. These mixed signals create what we call vibrational confusion. The universe receives conflicting instructions and responds with mixed results. Tonight, we're going to align all your thoughts about money into one coherent, powerful frequency. We're going to tune your mental radio to the abundance station and clear all the static that's been interfering with your reception of wealth. When your thoughts are truly aligned with prosperity, you become like a magnet for money. Opportunities, resources, and windfalls are drawn to you naturally. Aligned thoughts about money have several distinct characteristics. First, they're rooted in appreciation rather than desperation. Instead of thinking, "I need money desperately," aligned thoughts sound like, "I'm grateful for the abundance that's flowing to me now." Second, they focus on having rather than lacking. Instead of, "I don't have enough money," aligned thoughts declare, "Money flows to me easily and effortlessly." Third, aligned thoughts about money are emotionally resonant. They don't just repeat positive words, they generate positive feelings. When you think about money in an aligned way, you feel excited, grateful, peaceful, and expectant. These elevated emotions amplify the magnetic power of your thoughts exponentially. Fourth, aligned thoughts about money are present tense and certain. They don't hope or wish for abundance, they assume it. They speak about wealth as a current reality rather than a future possibility. This certainty creates what quantum physicists call observer effect. Your consciousness literally collapses the wave of possibility into the particle of reality. As you relax deeper now, feel your thoughts beginning to organize themselves around the frequency of abundance. It's as if all the scattered, worried, fearful thoughts about money are being gathered up and transformed into coherent, confident, expectant thoughts about prosperity. Your mental field is being cleared of static and tuned to perfect reception of wealth. This alignment of thought creates what we call cognitive coherence, a state where your conscious and subconscious minds are broadcasting the same frequency. When there's no internal conflict about money, when every level of your consciousness agrees that you deserve and expect abundance, you become incredibly magnetic to wealth. Aligned thoughts also have a quality of sustained focus. Instead of thinking about abundance for 5 minutes during meditation, and then spending the rest of the day focused on problems, aligned thinking maintains a consistent frequency throughout the day. It's like keeping your radio tuned to the abundance station instead of constantly changing channels. Your aligned thoughts about money also carry a quality of emotional intelligence. They recognize that money is simply energy, and like all energy, it flows toward where it's welcomed, appreciated, and valued. Aligned thoughts about money are inviting rather than demanding, grateful rather than entitled, trusting rather than controlling. Feel this magnetic alignment happening now. Feel how your thoughts about money are becoming coherent, powerful, and attractive. You're not just thinking positive thoughts about money. You're thinking aligned thoughts that carry the frequency of someone who naturally attracts wealth, who expects abundance, who receives prosperity as their birthright. This mental alignment will deepen while you sleep. Your subconscious will spend the night organizing all your thoughts about money around this new frequency of coherent abundance. Neural pathways that supported scattered thinking about money will be rewired to support aligned thinking about wealth. When you wake tomorrow morning, your first thoughts about money will be aligned thoughts. Throughout the day, you'll notice that your mind naturally gravitates toward abundant thinking rather than scarcity thinking. You'll catch yourself expecting good financial news rather than bracing for bad news. You'll find yourself speaking about money in ways that feel hopeful and confident rather than worried and fearful. This alignment of thought is not just a mental exercise. It's a fundamental restructuring of your relationship with wealth. When your thoughts are truly aligned with abundance, money stops being a source of stress and becomes a source of joy. Financial opportunities stop feeling scary and start feeling exciting. Your relationship with wealth transforms from one of struggle to one of flow, from one of scarcity to one of plenty, from one of fear to one of magnetic attraction. Fear has been the invisible jailer of your financial freedom for far too long. Not the healthy caution that helps you make wise decisions, but the paralyzing fear that makes you feel powerless, that whispers you're not safe, that convinces you that wealth is dangerous or that you're destined to struggle. This fear has been like a vice grip around your ability to receive abundance, creating contraction where there should be expansion, resistance where there should be flow. Financial fear often masquerades as practicality or realism, but in truth, it's an emotional wound that needs healing. This fear might stem from childhood experiences of financial insecurity, from witnessing your parents' money struggles, from past financial failures, or from absorbing cultural messages that equated money with evil or corruption. Regardless of its origin, this fear has been blocking your natural birthright of abundance. Fear creates a frequency of contraction in your energy field. When you're afraid about money, your entire being literally contracts. Your breath becomes shallow, your muscles tense, your heart rate increases, and your energy field pulls inward. This contraction makes you less magnetic to opportunities, less creative in finding solutions, and less able to receive the abundance that's trying to flow to you. But fear is not your enemy. It's a messenger. It's trying to protect you from something it perceives as dangerous. The key is not to fight your financial fears, but to love them, to listen to them with compassion, and then to gently show them that abundance is actually safe, that prosperity serves your highest good, that wealth can be a tool for love rather than a source of harm. Tonight, we're going to release the grip of financial fear with love, not force. We're going to approach your fears like frightened children who need comfort and reassurance. As you breathe deeply now, imagine calling all your financial fears into your awareness, not to battle them, but to embrace them with understanding. See these fears as scared aspects of yourself that formed in moments when you felt vulnerable or unsafe around money. Perhaps there's the fear of being judged if you become wealthy. Maybe there's the fear of losing yourself in materialism. Perhaps there's the terror of having abundance and then losing it. Welcome these fears with compassion, knowing they were trying to protect you in the only way they knew how. Now, speak to these fears with the wisdom of your awakened consciousness. Tell them that you understand their concern, that you appreciate their attempt to keep you safe, but that you've evolved beyond the need for their protection. Explain that abundance is actually safer than scarcity, that prosperity gives you more resources to help others, that wealth can be a spiritual practice when approached with consciousness. Feel these fears beginning to relax their grip as they receive your love and understanding. They're not disappearing entirely. That's not necessary or even healthy. Instead, they're transforming from paralyzing terrors into wise advisors that help you make conscious choices about money without blocking your ability to receive abundance. As the grip of financial fear releases, feel the space it leaves behind, filling with trust. Trust in your ability to handle money wisely. Trust in the universe's desire to support your prosperity. Trust in your own wisdom to use wealth in ways that serve both your personal happiness and the greater good of humanity. This release of fear also opens up your creative channels. Fear blocks creativity, but when fear dissolves, new ideas about generating income begin to flow. New possibilities for sharing your gifts with the world become visible. New paths to abundance that you couldn't see before suddenly illuminate themselves before you. Notice how releasing financial fear affects your body. Your breathing becomes deeper and more relaxed. Your muscles soften. Your heart rate stabilizes. Your entire nervous system shifts from the fight-or-flight response that fear creates to the rest and digest response that allows abundance to flow. Your body is literally becoming more receptive to wealth. The release of financial fear also transforms your relationship with taking action toward your goals. When fear grips you, every action feels forced and desperate. But when fear releases, action becomes inspired and joyful. You move toward opportunities because they excite you, not because you're afraid of what will happen if you don't take them. Feel yourself breathing in trust with every inhalation, breathing out fear with every exhalation. With each breath cycle, you're releasing the grip that financial fear has had on your life and opening to a new relationship with money based on love, trust, and joyful expectation. This release will continue while you sleep. Your subconscious will spend the night identifying and dissolving every fear-based belief about money that has been stored in your cellular memory. You may dream of flying tonight, or of wide-open spaces, or of doors opening. These are symbols of the freedom you're claiming from the prison of financial fear. Tomorrow morning, you'll wake with a lighter heart and a more expansive sense of what's possible financially. You'll notice that thoughts about money feel different. Less heavy, less scary, less overwhelming. You'll find yourself approaching financial decisions with curiosity rather than anxiety, with excitement rather than dread. The grip of financial fear is releasing now, freeing you to step into your natural birthright of abundance. You are not meant to live in financial fear. You are meant to prosper, to thrive, to receive abundance with joy and gratitude. Tonight, you reclaim that freedom. Tonight you choose trust over fear, expansion over contraction, abundance over scarcity. Your subconscious mind is the most powerful wealth-generating system you possess, more valuable than any computer, more creative than any artificial intelligence, more connected to abundance than any external resource. This vast, infinite intelligence that operates beneath your conscious awareness is constantly working to create experiences that match its deepest programming. Tonight, we're going to reprogram this incredible system to generate wealth automatically, effortlessly, and continuously. Think of your subconscious as a sophisticated manufacturing plant that runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Whatever blueprints you give it, it will manufacture. If you've been feeding it blueprints of lack, limitation, and financial struggle, it has been faithfully manufacturing those experiences for you. But tonight, we're giving it new blueprints. Blueprints for abundance, prosperity, and wealth. Your subconscious doesn't distinguish between what's real and what's vividly imagined. When you consistently imagine yourself living abundantly, your subconscious accepts this as instructions for what to create in your life. It begins to reorganize your thoughts, emotions, behaviors, and energy to match this new blueprint of abundance. This powerful system operates through pattern recognition. It notices opportunities that match its programming and filters out opportunities that don't. If it's programmed for scarcity, it will notice problems and obstacles, but miss resources and possibilities. If it's programmed for abundance, it will become incredibly skilled at recognizing opportunities, connections, and resources that support your financial prosperity. Your subconscious also operates through your intuition, sending you gut feelings, sudden insights, and inspired ideas that guide you toward wealth. When it's properly programmed for abundance, your intuition becomes like a prosperity GPS, constantly guiding you toward the choices, actions, and opportunities that will increase your financial well-being. As you relax deeper now, feel yourself connecting with this incredible wealth-generating system within you. Imagine programming it with new instructions. Generate abundance, attract opportunities, recognize resources, create prosperity, manifest wealth. Feel these new commands installing themselves into your subconscious, like software being uploaded to a computer. Your subconscious wealth generator works through several powerful mechanisms. First, it activates what psychologists call the reticular activating system. the part of your brain that filters information and focuses your attention on what's important. When programmed for abundance, this system becomes incredibly skilled at noticing money-making opportunities that others miss. Second, your subconscious influences your behavior in subtle but powerful ways. It guides you to be in the right place at the right time, to say the right words in conversations, to make choices that lead to financial opportunities. You might not even realize how your subconscious is orchestrating these beneficial behaviors. They'll simply feel natural and automatic. Third, your subconscious affects your energy field and vibration, making you more magnetic to wealth. People can unconsciously sense when someone expects abundance versus when someone expects struggle. Your programmed subconscious broadcasts an energetic signature that attracts experiences matching its deepest beliefs. Your subconscious wealth generator also works while you sleep, processing information, making connections, and solving problems related to your financial life. You might wake up with sudden insights about how to increase your income, brilliant ideas for new ventures, or clear knowing about which opportunities to pursue and which to avoid. Feel your subconscious downloading these new abundance programs now. It's like watching the progress bar on a computer installation. New neural pathways forming, new belief systems activating, new behavioral patterns preparing to emerge. Your subconscious is being transformed from a struggle generator into a wealth generator. This reprogramming is happening at the deepest levels of your consciousness, in the places where your most automatic responses are stored. Your subconscious reactions to money, your unconscious beliefs about wealth, your involuntary emotional responses to financial opportunities, all of these are being upgraded to support your prosperity. Your newly programmed subconscious will also improve your decision-making around money. Instead of making choices from fear, desperation, or confusion, you'll find yourself naturally making wise financial decisions that compound your abundance over time. Your subconscious wisdom will guide you away from financial traps and toward genuine opportunities. This wealth-generating system will become more powerful the more you trust it and work with it. Pay attention to your intuitive hunches about money. Follow your gut feelings about opportunities. Trust the subtle guidance that comes from your subconscious programming for abundance. Tonight, as you sleep, your subconscious will run its first full cycle with these new abundance programs. It will begin reorganizing your entire psyche around wealth generation instead of struggle creation. It will start attracting the people, circumstances, and opportunities that match your new programming for prosperity. When you wake tomorrow morning, you'll begin to notice subtle but significant changes in how you think about money, how you feel about opportunities, how you respond to financial challenges. Your subconscious wealth generator will be running in the background of your life, constantly working to manifest the abundance you've programmed it to create. Trust this process. Your subconscious is incredibly powerful and absolutely reliable. When given clear instructions for abundance, it will work tirelessly to make those instructions your lived reality. You now have the most sophisticated wealth generation system possible, working on your behalf 24 hours a day. Let it do its magnificent work. There is a sacred art to receiving that most people have forgotten in a world that glorifies struggle and effort. True abundance flows not to those who chase it desperately, but to those who have mastered the flow state of receiving, a state of relaxed openness, graceful allowing, and joyful expectancy that creates the perfect conditions for wealth to pour into your life like water flowing downhill. Receiving is not passive. It's a highly refined skill that requires consciousness, practice, and trust. Many people struggle financially not because they can't generate income, but because they have invisible barriers to receiving the abundance that's trying to flow to them. They might sabotage opportunities, reject compliments, feel guilty about having good things, or unconsciously push away the very prosperity they consciously desire. The flow state of receiving begins with recognizing that you are not the source of abundance. You are a channel for it. Just as a river doesn't create the water that flows through it, but simply allows the water to pass. You don't have to create abundance, but simply need to become a clear, open channel for the universe's infinite prosperity to flow through you and to you. This state requires what we call relaxed readiness, being completely open to receive, while simultaneously being unattached to exactly how abundance comes to you. It's like holding your hands open to receive a gift, open enough to receive, but not grasping so tightly that you push the gift away. As you breathe deeply now, feel yourself settling into this flow state of receiving. Release any tension in your body that might be blocking the flow of abundance. Let go of any mental effort to force or control how wealth comes to you. Simply open yourself to be a clear, graceful receiver of the universe's abundant gifts. The flow state of receiving has several key characteristics. First, there's a quality of magnetic grace. You attract opportunities and resources not through force or manipulation, but through the irresistible beauty of your open, grateful heart. People want to give to those who can receive gracefully, who appreciate what they're given, who use gifts wisely and generously. Second, there's what we call quantum readiness. Your entire being is prepared to receive abundance at levels that might surprise your conscious mind. You're not just ready to receive a little more money. You're ready to receive abundance beyond your current imagination. Wealth that could transform not just your life, but your ability to serve others. Third, the flow state of receiving includes the willingness to receive through unexpected channels. You're not attached to money coming through your job, your business, or any particular source. You're open to receive through gifts, windfalls, opportunities, connections, or sources you never could have predicted. The universe is infinitely creative in how it delivers abundance. Feel this openness expanding within you now. It's as if every cell in your body is becoming more receptive. Every pore is opening to receive abundance. Every aspect of your being is saying yes to prosperity. You're becoming like a flower opening to receive sunlight, natural, graceful, and irresistibly attractive to what you need. The flow state of receiving also requires trust in divine timing. Sometimes abundance flows immediately, sometimes it builds gradually, and sometimes it comes in waves. In the flow state, you trust that everything is unfolding in perfect timing for your highest good. You don't rush the river or try to force the flow. You trust the intelligence of the current. This state also includes the art of graceful gratitude. You appreciate what you receive not because you have to earn it through gratitude, but because appreciation naturally amplifies abundance. Gratitude creates an energetic environment where more good things want to gather. It's like fertilizer for the garden of your prosperity. In the flow state of receiving, you also become an excellent steward of abundance. You receive money not to hoard it, but to circulate it, to use it for good, to share it generously. The universe loves to give to those who are good stewards, because it knows the abundance will be used wisely and will continue to flow, rather than being trapped in fear-based holding patterns. Feel yourself embodying this flow state now. Notice how it feels in your body. Relaxed but alert. Open but not desperate, expectant but not demanding. This is your natural state of being. This is how you were designed to receive the universe's abundance. Your energy field is shifting into this receptive state as well. It's becoming more magnetic, more attractive, more inviting to opportunities and resources. People will want to invest in you, work with you, support your success because your energy feels abundant, confident, and trustworthy. This flow state will deepen while you sleep. Your subconscious will spend the night practicing receiving, opening your psyche's channels for abundance to flow more freely. You may dream of rivers, of rain, of gifts being given. These are symbols of your increasing capacity to receive. When you wake tomorrow morning, you'll notice that receiving feels more natural. You'll be more comfortable accepting compliments, more graceful in receiving help, more open to opportunities. You'll find that good things come to you more easily because you've removed the internal barriers that were blocking the flow. The flow state of receiving is your birthright. You were born to receive the universe's abundance, to be showered with blessings, to live in the flow of prosperity. Tonight you reclaim this natural ability. Tonight you open to receive wealth in ways that serve your highest good, and the highest good of all. Gratitude is far more than a positive emotion or spiritual practice. It's a powerful electromagnetic frequency that literally reorganizes your cellular structure and creates magnetic attraction for abundance. When gratitude becomes cellular, when every cell in your body vibrates with appreciation, you become irresistibly magnetic to wealth. You don't just feel grateful, you become gratitude itself, a living magnet for prosperity. Scientific research has shown that gratitude changes your biology. It increases the production of beneficial neurotransmitters, reduces stress hormones, improves immune function, and creates coherence between your heart and brain. But what science is just beginning to understand is that gratitude also changes your energetic frequency, making you a vibrational match for abundance. Most people experience gratitude as a mental concept or an occasional emotion, but cellular gratitude is different. It's a full-body state where every cell pulses with appreciation for life, for abundance, for the miraculous gift of existence itself. In this state, you become magnetic to wealth, not because you're trying to attract it, but because gratitude naturally aligns you with the frequency of abundance. Your cells have memory, consciousness, and the ability to respond to emotional frequencies. When you cultivate cellular gratitude, you're literally programming every cell in your body to expect good things, to attract abundance, to vibrate at the frequency of prosperity. Your entire biological system becomes a wealth magnet, operating at the quantum level. As you breathe deeply now, begin to feel gratitude not just in your mind, but in your body. Feel appreciation flowing through your bloodstream, gratitude pulsing through your nervous system, thankfulness radiating from every organ. Your cells are beginning to remember what it feels like to live in a state of constant appreciation for the abundance that surrounds you. This cellular gratitude begins with appreciating your body itself, the miracle of your beating heart, the intelligence of your breathing, the countless cellular processes that sustain your life without any conscious effort from you. Your body is already a manifestation of infinite abundance, perfectly designed, constantly regenerating, maintaining itself through pure love and intelligence. Feel gratitude for the abundance that already exists in your life, the air you breathe freely available, the sun that shines without asking for payment, the water that flows to nourish you, the food that sustains your body, the shelter that protects you, the relationships that enrich your experience. When you truly feel the abundance that already surrounds you, your cells begin to vibrate with the frequency of more than enough. But cellular gratitude goes deeper than appreciating what you have. It includes being grateful for what's on its way to you. Your cells can feel grateful for abundance that hasn't yet manifested in physical form, but already exists in the quantum field of possibility. This kind of grateful anticipation creates powerful magnetic attraction for wealth. Feel your cells becoming grateful now for the financial abundance that's flowing toward you. Even though you can't see it yet with your physical eyes, your cells can sense it in the quantum field. They're beginning to pulse with excitement, with anticipation, with the joy of knowing that prosperity is already on its way. This cellular gratitude creates what we call wealth magnetism, an irresistible attractive force that draws money, opportunities, and resources toward you. When your entire being radiates gratitude, people want to give to you, invest in you, support your success. Grateful beings are magnets for abundance because abundance feels appreciated and welcomed in their presence. Your grateful cells also communicate this frequency to other people at a subconscious level. Without saying a word, your cellular gratitude broadcasts that you're someone who appreciates what you receive, who values what you're given, who will use abundance wisely and generously. This makes you incredibly attractive to potential business partners, investors, and collaborators. Cellular gratitude also amplifies your ability to recognize opportunities. When your cells are vibrating with appreciation, your perception becomes more refined, more sensitive to the subtle abundance that's always present. You notice resources that others miss, opportunities that others overlook, connections that others fail to make. Feel this happening now. Feel your cells becoming more perceptive, more attuned to abundance, more magnetic to wealth. It's as if your entire body is becoming a sophisticated abundance detection system, capable of sensing prosperity in all its forms. This cellular gratitude also transforms your relationship with receiving. When your cells are genuinely grateful, receiving becomes a joy rather than a burden. You no longer struggle with feelings of unworthiness or guilt about having abundance. Your grateful cells know that receiving abundance allows you to give more, serve more, contribute more to the healing of the world. Your cellular gratitude creates coherence in your energy field, eliminating the mixed signals that confuse the quantum field about what you really want. Instead of broadcasting conflicted messages about money, your entire being radiates a clear, coherent frequency of grateful expectation for abundance. This gratitude also activates what we call multiplication consciousness, the understanding that appreciation multiplies whatever you focus on. When you're genuinely grateful for the money you have, even if it seems small, that gratitude creates the energetic conditions for more money to flow to you. Your cells understand the law of multiplication and begin to operate from abundance rather than scarcity. Feel your heart center expanding with gratitude now, sending waves of appreciation throughout your entire body. See this gratitude as golden light flowing through your bloodstream, illuminating every cell, activating every molecule, creating coherence throughout your entire biological system. This cellular gratitude will continue to work while you sleep. Your cells will spend the night vibrating with appreciation, sending out magnetic signals that attract abundance from the quantum field. You may dream of gifts, of celebrations, of beautiful abundance flowing into your life. These are your cells processing and integrating this new frequency of grateful magnetism. Your cellular gratitude is also healing any resentment, bitterness, or anger you may have carried about money. These contractive emotions create resistance to abundance, but gratitude dissolves resistance and creates flow. Your cells are releasing any grievances about past financial challenges and embracing excited anticipation about future prosperity. When you wake tomorrow morning, your first impulse will be gratitude, not forced or artificial, but natural and cellular. You'll feel appreciation pulsing through your body before your mind even becomes fully conscious. This cellular gratitude will continue throughout your day, making you magnetic to opportunities, attractive to abundance, and irresistible to wealth. Your cells are becoming wealth magnets now, programmed with gratitude, activated by appreciation, magnetized for prosperity. Trust this cellular transformation. Your body knows how to attract abundance when it's vibrating with genuine gratitude. Tonight, you become a living magnet for wealth, powered by the irresistible frequency of cellular appreciation. Money, like everything else in the universe, is pure energy vibrating at a specific frequency. To attract money consistently and effortlessly, you must become a vibrational match for its frequency. This isn't about positive thinking or forced affirmations. It's about literally tuning your entire being to the same electromagnetic signature that money carries, creating resonance that draws wealth to you, as naturally as a tuning fork vibrates in response to its matching tone. Every emotion, every thought, every belief you hold about money either harmonizes with money's frequency or creates dissonance that repels it. When you feel fear about money, you're vibrating at a frequency that's incompatible with abundance. When you feel desperate for money, you're broadcasting lack rather than prosperity. When you worry about money, you're tuning into scarcity rather than wealth. But when you feel genuinely abundant, when you trust in your ability to create wealth, when you're excited about money as a tool for good, you're vibrating in harmony with money's natural frequency. In this state of resonance, money finds you, opportunities seek you out, and abundance flows to you with surprising ease. The frequency of money is not greed, not desperation, not anxiety. Money's true frequency is appreciation, flow, generosity, and joyful circulation. Money loves to move, to circulate, to flow from person to person, creating value, facilitating exchange, enabling dreams to become reality. When you embody this same flowing, generous, appreciative energy, you become magnetic to money. As you relax deeper now, feel yourself tuning into money's authentic frequency. It's not the harsh, grasping vibration that popular culture associates with wealth. It's actually a warm, flowing, generous frequency. The vibration of abundance that wants to be shared, of resources that want to circulate, of energy that wants to create positive change in the world. Feel your entire energy field adjusting to match this frequency now. It's like tuning a musical instrument. Small adjustments in your vibration create perfect harmony with the frequency of wealth. Your thoughts about money are becoming harmonious. Your emotions about money are becoming resonant. Your beliefs about money are aligning with its true nature. This frequency match happens at multiple levels simultaneously. At the mental level, your thoughts about money become aligned with abundance consciousness. Instead of thinking about what you lack, you think about what you're creating. Instead of focusing on bills and expenses, you focus on income and opportunities. Your mental frequency matches money's frequency of flow and possibility. At the emotional level, your feelings about money transform from fear to excitement, from anxiety to anticipation, from worry to trust. You begin to feel about money the way money wants to be felt about, as a positive force, as a tool for good, as energy that enables beautiful experiences and generous contributions to the world. At the energetic level, your entire bioelectromagnetic field restructures itself to match money's frequency. Your aura, your chakras, your meridians all come into alignment with the vibrational signature of abundance. You become like a tuning fork that's perfectly calibrated to money's frequency, creating irresistible resonance. Feel this resonance building now. It's as if your entire being is humming in harmony with the frequency of wealth. Every cell in your body is vibrating in tune with money's energy. Your heart is beating in rhythm with abundance. Your breath is flowing in sync with prosperity. This frequency match also affects how you speak about money. Instead of complaining about financial challenges, you speak about financial opportunities. Instead of saying you can't afford something, you ask how you can afford it. Your words begin to carry the frequency of abundance, attracting more abundance through the power of resonant speech. Your actions also begin to align with money's frequency. You make decisions from abundance rather than scarcity. You invest in yourself and your growth. You treat money with respect and appreciation. You circulate money generously, knowing that what flows out will return multiplied. Your behavior embodies the frequency of wealth. This frequency match creates what quantum physicists call sympathetic resonance. When two objects vibrating at similar frequencies begin to vibrate in perfect harmony with each other. As you vibrate in harmony with money's frequency, money begins to vibrate in harmony with you, creating mutual attraction that grows stronger over time. Feel this sympathetic resonance activating now. Money is beginning to respond to your frequency, to feel attracted to your vibration, to want to flow in your direction. It's as if money itself is saying, here is someone who understands my true nature, who appreciates my purpose, who can be trusted with my power. Your frequency match with money also makes you magnetic to people who have money and want to invest it wisely. Wealthy individuals can unconsciously sense when someone is vibrating at money's frequency versus when someone is vibrating at the frequency of lack. They're naturally drawn to invest in, partner with, and support people who are frequency matches for wealth. This alignment will deepen while you sleep. Your subconscious will spend the night fine-tuning your frequency to create even greater resonance with money's vibration. You may dream of music, of harmony, of everything flowing in perfect rhythm. These are symbols of your increasing frequency match with abundance. When you wake tomorrow morning, you'll notice that your entire relationship with money feels different. Thoughts about money will feel more harmonious. Conversations about money will feel more natural. Opportunities involving money will feel more attractive and less stressful. You'll be operating from frequency alignment rather than frequency resistance. Your frequency match with money is becoming perfect now. You are tuning into the exact vibration that attracts wealth, that magnetizes abundance, that draws prosperity into your life with effortless ease. Trust this tuning process. Your frequency is aligning with the frequency of infinite abundance, creating the resonance that makes financial miracles not just possible, but inevitable. There exists in the quantum field of infinite possibility an inexhaustible supply of everything you could ever need or desire, including unlimited financial abundance. This is not metaphorical. It's the literal truth of how the universe operates. Energy cannot be created or destroyed, only transformed. And the energy that manifests as money in your physical reality is drawn from this infinite cosmic supply that never runs out, never runs low, and is constantly expanding. Your scarcity-conditioned mind might struggle to grasp this truth because it's been programmed to see lack everywhere. Limited jobs, limited opportunities, limited resources. But these limitations exist only in the world of form. not in the realm of infinite potential from which all form emerges. When you connect with the universe's infinite supply, you tap into abundance that transcends economic conditions, market fluctuations, and material circumstances. This infinite supply is not something you have to earn, deserve, or prove yourself worthy of. It's your birthright as a conscious being, as natural as your right to breathe the air or feel the warmth of the sun. The universe doesn't ration its abundance based on your past mistakes, your current circumstances, or your level of spiritual development. It gives freely and infinitely to all who open themselves to receive. As you breathe deeply now, feel yourself connecting with this vast, inexhaustible reservoir of abundance. Imagine it as an infinite ocean of golden light, containing every resource you could ever need, every opportunity you could ever desire, every solution to every financial challenge you could ever face. This ocean is not separate from you. You exist within it, and it exists within you. The reason most people don't experience this infinite supply is not because it's unavailable, but because they've unconsciously built walls around themselves that block its flow. These walls are made of limiting beliefs, scarcity programming, fear of receiving, guilt about having abundance, and the mistaken notion that someone else having wealth means there's less available for them. Tonight, these walls are dissolving. Every breath you take is breaking down the barriers between you and the universe's infinite supply. Every moment of relaxation is opening new channels for abundance to flow into your life. You're not taking abundance away from anyone else. You're claiming your portion of an infinite resource that becomes more abundant the more it's shared. This infinite supply operates according to spiritual laws rather than material laws. In the material world, if you have $1 and give it away, you have $1 less. But in the realm of infinite supply, when you give from a consciousness of abundance, you actually increase the flow of abundance back to you. The universe responds to the frequency of generosity by multiplying your supply. Feel yourself aligning with these spiritual laws now. Feel your consciousness expanding beyond the limitations of material thinking into the realm where infinite supply is the natural order. In this realm, there's always enough, always more than enough, always an overflow of abundance seeking expression through willing, open channels like yourself. The universe's infinite supply is not randomly distributed. It flows to those who are aligned with its nature, who trust in its availability, who can receive without guilt and share without fear of lack. It flows to those who understand that abundance is not about hoarding resources, but about becoming clear channels for prosperity to flow through and to. Your connection to this infinite supply also awakens your natural creativity around generating wealth. When you know that abundance is unlimited, you stop looking for scarce opportunities and start creating abundant opportunities. You stop competing with others for limited resources and start collaborating with the universe to manifest resources from the infinite field. Feel this creative power awakening within you now. Ideas for generating income are beginning to flow from the infinite supply of creativity. Solutions to financial challenges are emerging from the infinite supply of wisdom. Connections to helpful people are forming in the infinite supply of relationships. Everything you need to create wealth is flowing from this inexhaustible source. Your access to infinite supply also transforms your relationship with money from one of fear and scarcity to one of trust and abundance. You no longer hoard money out of fear that there won't be more. You circulate it freely, knowing that the universe's supply is inexhaustible. You no longer make decisions from desperation, but from the calm confidence that comes from knowing you're connected to unlimited resources. This connection to infinite supply also affects how you view economic conditions, market downturns, and external circumstances. While others may panic about recession or worry about economic uncertainty, you remain peaceful because you know that your supply comes not from the economy, but from the universe itself, which is always abundant regardless of temporary material fluctuations. Feel this deep knowing settling into your bones now. Feel the profound peace that comes from understanding that you're not dependent on external circumstances for your abundance. Feel the unshakable confidence that comes from being connected to a supply that never runs out, never fails, never disappoints those who trust in its infinite availability. This connection to infinite supply will become stronger while you sleep. Your subconscious will spend the night integrating this knowing, making it as natural and automatic as breathing. You may dream of oceans, of endless skies, of fountains that never stop flowing. These are symbols of your deepening connection to infinite abundance. When you wake tomorrow morning, you'll carry this knowing with you throughout your day. You'll make decisions from abundance rather than scarcity. You'll speak about opportunities rather than limitations. You'll radiate the confidence of someone who knows they're connected to an inexhaustible supply of everything good. The universe's infinite supply is yours now, not because you've earned it, but because it's your natural inheritance as a conscious being. Not because you're special, but because specialness itself is an unlimited resource in an infinite universe. Connect with this supply now, draw from it freely, and trust that it will never, ever run out. As your conscious mind prepares to rest, you're entering the most sacred phase of this transformation, the art of surrendering to prosperous sleep. This is not the collapse of exhaustion or the escape of avoidance, but the conscious choice to release control and allow the infinite intelligence of your subconscious mind to reorganize your entire relationship with wealth while your body heals and your spirit renews itself. Surrender is perhaps the most misunderstood concept in manifesting abundance. Your ego mind thinks that surrender means giving up, becoming passive, or accepting less than you desire. But true surrender is actually the ultimate act of power. It's consciously choosing to align with forces far greater than your limited personality, to trust in intelligence far vaster than your analytical mind, to allow miracles that your controlling efforts could never create. Tonight, you surrender your financial worries to the healing power of sleep. You release your concerns about how abundance will come to you, and trust that your subconscious mind knows exactly how to orchestrate the perfect circumstances for your prosperity. You let go of trying to figure out the details and allow the universe's infinite creativity to surprise you with solutions beyond your imagination. As you surrender into sleep, you're not abandoning your desires for wealth, you're actually empowering them. When you release the tight grip of your conscious mind, you create space for your subconscious to work its transformational magic. Your deepest mind knows how to attract abundance, how to create opportunities, how to align you with prosperity. It just needs your permission to work without interference. Feel yourself letting go now of any effort, any striving, any need to control how wealth comes into your life. It's like unclenching a fist that's been tightly closed. As you open your grip, you create space for abundance to fill your hands. As you release control, you create space for miracles to unfold. This surrender includes releasing your timeline for abundance. Your conscious mind might want wealth immediately, but your subconscious operates in divine timing, orchestrating circumstances with perfect precision. When you surrender your impatience and trust the timing of your transformation, you allow abundance to unfold in ways that are sustainable, joyful, and aligned with your highest good. Surrender also means releasing attachment to exactly how wealth comes to you. Your conscious mind might have specific ideas about how you'll become abundant through your job, your business, your investments, but your subconscious has access to infinite channels of abundance that your limited perspective can't even imagine. When you surrender your attachment to the how, you open yourself to miraculous possibilities. Feel this release happening now. Feel your body relaxing completely, your mind becoming quiet, your spirit opening to receive. You're entering a state of profound receptivity, where transformation happens not through effort, but through allowing. Not through force, but through flow. Not through struggle, but through surrender. As you surrender to prosperous sleep, you're also surrendering any guilt about desiring wealth. You release the programming that told you spiritual people should be poor, that money corrupts the soul, that wanting abundance is somehow wrong. Your subconscious understands that money is simply energy, and like all energy, it can be used for healing, for service, for love. This surrender creates what we call quantum receptivity, a state where your entire being becomes like a clear, open channel for abundance to flow through. There's no resistance, no contradiction, no internal conflict about receiving wealth. Your conscious and subconscious minds are in perfect alignment, creating the ideal conditions for financial transformation. Feel yourself sinking deeper into this surrendered state now. Each breath is carrying you deeper into trust, deeper into allowing, deeper into the peaceful knowing that everything is being taken care of. Your financial future is being rewoven while you rest. Your prosperity consciousness is being programmed while you sleep. Your abundance reality is being created while you surrender. This surrendered sleep is different from ordinary sleep. This is conscious surrender, intentional allowing, sacred trust. Your subconscious is receiving clear instructions to create wealth while your conscious mind rests in perfect peace. This is sleep as spiritual practice, rest as transformation, surrender as the ultimate manifestation technique. Your surrender also includes releasing any fear about sleeping. Some people resist deep sleep because they want to stay in control. But tonight you trust that releasing control is the most powerful thing you can do. As you surrender to sleep, you surrender to transformation. As you let go of consciousness, you let go of limitation. Feel the profound peace that comes with this complete surrender. There's nothing left to figure out, nothing left to worry about, nothing left to control. Your part is done. You've set the intention, you've aligned with abundance, you've opened to receive. Now you trust the intelligence of sleep to complete the transformation. This surrender will carry you into dreams of abundance, into visions of prosperity, into experiences of wealth that feel more real than your current physical reality. Your subconscious will use the landscape of dreams to show you your abundant future, to let you experience being wealthy, to make prosperity feel familiar and natural. When you wake tomorrow morning, you'll emerge from this surrendered sleep as someone who has been fundamentally transformed at the deepest levels. You won't just think differently about money, you'll be different in your relationship with wealth. The surrender of sleep will have rewoven the very fabric of your financial consciousness. Surrender now to the most prosperous sleep of your life. Let go completely. Trust absolutely. Allow totally. Your transformation into a magnet for wealth is happening now, in the sacred space of surrendered sleep, in the holy realm of conscious rest, in the miraculous moment of complete letting go. As the first light of dawn touches your awakening consciousness, something extraordinary has occurred during your hours of sacred sleep. The deep reprogramming of your subconscious mind has restructured your entire relationship with money, abundance, and your capacity to receive wealth. You are not the same person who went to sleep last night. You have been transformed into a living magnet for prosperity, a walking embodiment of abundance consciousness. The neural pathways in your brain have been rewired during sleep, creating new superhighways for abundant thinking, while allowing old patterns of scarcity to dissolve into the healing darkness of night. Your cellular memory has been updated with new frequencies of wealth, new expectations of prosperity, new assumptions about your right to receive abundance. Every system in your body has been recalibrated to support your financial transformation. As you slowly open your eyes this morning, notice the subtle but profound shift in how everything feels. The quality of light seems richer, more golden, more abundant. The air feels more nourishing, more supportive, more charged with possibility. Your body feels different, more relaxed, more confident, more magnetically attractive to opportunities and resources. This morning activation is not something you need to force or manufacture. It's the natural result of your subconscious mind's work during sleep. All night long, while your conscious mind rested, your deeper intelligence has been installing new programs for abundance, creating new neural networks for prosperity, establishing new vibrational patterns that attract wealth automatically. Feel this new programming coming online now as you become fully conscious. It's like a computer booting up with completely updated software. Everything familiar, yet everything enhanced, optimized, more efficient. Your thoughts about money feel different, lighter, more confident, more naturally abundant. Your emotions about wealth feel different, more excited, more trusting, more receptive. Your first conscious thoughts this morning are not the worried, fearful thoughts about money that may have greeted you on previous mornings. Instead, you find yourself naturally thinking thoughts of abundance, automatically expecting good financial news, instinctively feeling optimistic about money flowing into your life. This is not positive thinking, this is reprogrammed thinking. As you take your first conscious breaths of this new day, Feel how even your breathing has changed. It's deeper, more relaxed, more trusting. There's no anxiety restricting your breath, no fear creating tension in your chest. You breathe like someone who expects abundance, who feels supported by the universe, who knows that their needs will be met. This morning activation includes the awakening of your intuitive financial guidance system. Throughout this day, you'll find yourself receiving subtle but clear inner guidance about money. Which opportunities to pursue, which people to connect with, which decisions will support your growing prosperity. Trust this guidance. It's coming from your newly programmed subconscious wisdom. Your energy field has also been transformed during sleep. This morning, you're broadcasting a completely different frequency. The frequency of someone who naturally attracts wealth, who expects abundance, who feels worthy of prosperity. People will sense this change in you, even if they can't consciously identify what's different. You'll seem more confident, more magnetic, more successful. As you move through your morning routine, notice how your relationship with even simple activities has shifted. Looking in the mirror, you see someone who deserves abundance. Getting dressed, you choose clothes that feel prosperous. Preparing breakfast, you feel grateful for the abundance already present in your life. Every ordinary activity is infused with new abundance consciousness. This transformation also affects how you'll interact with others today. Your conversations about money will feel different, more confident, more optimistic, more focused on opportunities rather than problems. People will want to discuss business with you, share opportunities with you, collaborate with you because your energy now broadcasts competence and abundance. Your body language has changed as well. You carry yourself like someone who expects good things to happen, who feels valuable, who knows they have something worthwhile to offer the world. This physical confidence creates a magnetic presence that attracts opportunities, resources, and supportive people into your experience. The morning activation also includes the awakening of your creative financial intelligence. Throughout this day, you'll find new ideas for generating income flowing through your consciousness. Creative solutions to financial challenges will occur to you spontaneously. Innovative approaches to building wealth will feel obvious and exciting. Feel this creative intelligence stirring now as you fully awaken. It's as if a fountain of financial creativity has been uncapped within you, ready to flow with ideas, insights, and inspirations that can transform your financial life. These aren't desperate schemes or get-rich-quick fantasies. They're solid, grounded, practical ideas emerging from your reprogrammed consciousness. Your morning activation also includes increased sensitivity to abundance opportunities. Today, you'll notice possibilities that others miss, recognize resources that others overlook, perceive openings that others fail to see. Your abundance radar has been dramatically enhanced during sleep, making you incredibly skillful at spotting genuine opportunities for wealth creation. As you prepare to engage with this day, feel the profound confidence of someone who has been fundamentally transformed. You're not hoping things will get better financially. You know they will. You're not trying to force abundance. You're allowing it to flow naturally. You're not struggling to become wealthy. You're simply being the wealthy person you've become overnight. This morning marks the beginning of your new financial reality. A reality where abundance flows naturally, where opportunities appear regularly, where wealth feels normal and expected rather than rare and surprising. You have awakened to your true nature as a prosperous being, and your external world will now reorganize itself to match this internal transformation. You have now arrived at the most profound recognition of this entire transformation, that the wealthy version of yourself is not someone you need to become in the future, but someone you already are right now, in this eternal moment. The version of you that lives in abundance, that makes decisions from prosperity consciousness, that expects wealth as naturally as breathing. This version has been awakened during your journey through the night and stands ready to live through you starting now. This is not about pretending to be wealthy when you're not, or putting on a false mask of abundance. This is about recognizing that your identity as a wealthy person exists at the soul level, beyond the temporary circumstances of your current bank account. Your essence, your true nature, your deepest self, has always been abundant. It simply needed the right conditions to remember and express this truth. The wealthy version of yourself makes decisions differently than your old scarcity-conditioned self. Instead of asking, "Can I afford this?" you ask, "How can I afford this?" Instead of choosing the cheapest option out of fear, you choose the best option that serves your highest good. Instead of hoarding money out of insecurity, you circulate money generously, knowing that flow creates more flow. As you embody this wealthy version of yourself, you'll notice that your standards naturally elevate. You expect better treatment because you know your worth. You charge more for your services because you value your contributions. You surround yourself with quality because you understand that your environment shapes your consciousness, and your consciousness shapes your reality. The wealthy version of yourself also has a different relationship with time. Instead of selling your time desperately to survive, you invest your time strategically to thrive. You focus on high-value activities that multiply your abundance rather than low-value activities that keep you busy, but broke. You understand that time is your most precious resource and use it in ways that create lasting wealth. Feel yourself stepping fully into this identity now. Feel how it changes your posture. More upright, more confident, more commanding of respect. Feel how it changes your voice. Clearer, more authoritative, more worthy of being heard. Feel how it changes your presence. More magnetic, more attractive, more naturally prosperous. The wealthy version of yourself thinks in terms of assets rather than expenses, investments rather than costs, opportunities rather than problems. When faced with a financial challenge, you don't panic or despair. You see it as a puzzle to solve, a chance to grow, an opportunity to demonstrate your resourcefulness and creativity. This version of yourself also has healthy boundaries around money. You don't lend money out of guilt or desperation. You don't accept less than your worth because you're afraid of being alone. You don't tolerate being undervalued or underpaid because you need approval. You know your worth and you insist that others recognize it too. Living as the wealthy version of yourself also means embracing your role as a steward of abundance. You understand that wealth is not just for personal pleasure but for positive impact. You see money as a tool for healing, for service, for making the world better. This sense of higher purpose makes you even more magnetic to wealth because the universe loves to resource those who will use abundance wisely. Feel this sense of stewardship awakening within you now. Feel the responsibility and the joy of knowing that your wealth will serve not just your personal dreams, but the greater good of humanity. This alignment with service makes your desire for abundance pure, powerful, and irresistibly magnetic. The wealthy version of yourself also maintains abundance consciousness regardless of temporary circumstances. If your current bank account doesn't reflect your internal wealth yet, you don't panic or doubt. You remain peacefully confident that external reality is adjusting to match your internal transformation. You know that consciousness creates reality, not the other way around. This version of yourself is also incredibly generous, not from depletion or obligation, but from overflow and joy. You tip generously, give freely, share abundantly because you know that generosity creates circulation, and circulation creates multiplication. Your wealth grows through giving rather than diminishing through sharing. As you live as the wealthy version of yourself, you'll discover that abundance becomes your natural state rather than something you have to work to maintain. Prosperous thinking becomes automatic. Abundant decisions become instinctive. Wealthy behavior becomes effortless. You don't have to remember to act wealthy. You simply are wealthy at the identity level. Feel this new identity settling into every cell of your being now. You are not becoming wealthy. You are wealthy. You are not trying to attract abundance. You are abundance. You are not hoping for prosperity. You are prosperity expressing itself through human form. This wealthy version of yourself will continue to deepen and strengthen each day as you make choices that honor this identity, as you speak words that reflect this consciousness, as you take actions that express this truth. Every day, you become more comfortable with wealth, more natural with abundance, more at home in prosperity. The transformation is complete. The wealthy version of yourself has been awakened, activated, and integrated. From this moment forward, you live as someone who expects abundance, attracts prosperity, and receives wealth as your divine birthright. Your new financial reality has begun, and it will unfold with greater beauty, grace, and abundance than you ever imagined possible. You are wealthy. You have always been wealthy. You will always be wealthy. This is your truth, your reality, your destiny. Welcome to your new life of infinite abundance, beautiful soul. The universe has been waiting to shower you with wealth, and now you are finally ready to receive it all.